I like to poke the bear. I poke the bear, that's what I do. Poke the bear, girl, poke the bear. Ah, yes, it's all ego, baby.
Hi beautiful people, happy Sunday. Hope all you guys are doing fantastic and had a very safe and happy Halloween. I was clearing my computer with storage and getting rid of some stuff, and I came across a video of Without a Crystal Ball, and it was like, wow. It's amazing how she treats friends. 1 minute she can be explaining how she loves this friend, to then running them over with the bus. Now, not that this surprises me. No, I'm not surprised at all. Besides, Without a Crystal Ball herself admitted that she is a petty bitch.
Want anything to do with them, but that's just me. Like, I'm petty. I'm a petty bitch like that.
Yet, when Without a Crystal Ball was covering Josh Duggar's case, or even just the Duggars in general, Amy King was her go-to, her insider, her source, and she was all about Amy Duggar defending her, protecting her, telling her viewers how much she loves Amy Duggar.
There is some piping hot tea that just gave itself to me on Amy Duggar King, my girl. People want to understand what's happened. And so when we release this information, we always will let the Duggar, anyone that we know in the family, if we're going to run a story, and I let her know. And she said, okay, it's not like this, there's no drama. So here's the thing. Amy wants to know the answers. So Amy and her mom are not in the cult. They've never been in the cult, and I wouldn't say that they've always been estranged. I've seen some articles that are sort of implying that Amy and her mom are trying to insert themselves, they're trying to get attention, they're trying to get headlines for doing this kind of stuff. So Amy clearly says something must have happened to my cousin. Amy says, I think something happened to him. I think people around them are thinking something happened to him. And I think most people want to know what happened to Josh, and we just don't know. But what I do know is that trying to drag Amy into drama when she's already going through all of this stuff and is already dealing with so much, it just isn't helpful. This is a woman that literally knows next to nothing about her family simply for her own choice, because she is separate. She has a separate life. She has a business. She has a husband. She has a son. She doesn't have daily interactions with her family. She hasn't been daily interacting with them for a long time. And so when this happens, she's thrust into the center simply because it's her family, but it's like a separated family. So she's not like connected.
Oh, isn't that wholesome? Isn't that so sweet of Without a Crystal Ball? Defending her friend, a friend protecting a friend. But don't be fooled, because that did not last long. Shit hit the fan, and Without a Crystal Ball dug into Amy's entire financial situation, including her husband's and her mom's, and Without a Crystal Ball dragged them to fault. Without a Crystal Ball released Amy's private DMs with her. She did so many drunken lives going after Amy King, and then we come to the present time, when, as I said, Amy wrote a book, and this is what Without a Crystal Ball had to say. I finished the book today. I have a lot of feelings about some of the fabrications that are in this book, because honesty is what the book is supposed to be about. How the fuck does she know that Amy was fabricating shit? Maybe Amy never spoke to Without a Crystal Ball about certain things. She was probably not comfortable telling her those things. And when she wrote this book, she probably found the courage to open up about it and finally put it in the book. And that is the problem with Without a Crystal Ball. She thinks or expects other people, including her friends, to be loyal to her to a T, not to leave her out of anything, and things have to be done her way or no way at all. These were the comments under that post. This person innocently asks, which parts of the book are untrue? Without a Crystal Ball responds, who are you? IBLP people follow you. What? And what if they do? Then this person replies to her, Without a Crystal Ball, I had no idea they followed me. I'm in no way associated with the IBLP. Just started Amy's book today and curious of your thoughts on it. Wow. Moving on. How do you know they are lies? Are you close with the Duggar family? No, you are someone who just spreads gossip. Somebody else says she has ties to people close to the Duggar family. She's gotten inside information for years that have proved accurate. Really, lady? And her caption says Amy shared some of the stories with her herself. The other crystal ball responds, I think she's experienced a lot of trauma in her life. She's been raised by grandparents who lied about everything. She was kept away from the Duggars and their inner circle. I don't know if the stories are fabricated by her or other people spun lies to her. That's the issue with this family. There are so many lies. Now, Amy's part of the family, and now she's also alleging that Amy is a liar. She did a Q&A on her Instagram, and this person asked the question, does she talk about losing her store and the restaurant money issues? To which Without a Crystal Ball responds, nope, nothing. Or that Deanna actually deeded her and Dylan the inheritance of 2 commercial buildings, which they mortgaged to nearly $1 million. Nor did she discuss both of them skipping out on business leases, getting sued by landlords, or selling their house they got from Mary Duggar to pay off their tax debt. And as you can see at the bottom, you have Amy King's husband responding to this, and he says, wow, so much wrongful information. I did reach out to Dylan King. Unfortunately, he did not respond to me, but Amy did respond to Without a Crystal Ball on another podcast she was on. Check this out.
Screenshotted and have sent them to me. But apparently, Katie Joy, which is she's like a truth teller, and she has a big following on YouTube as well. She has come on her platform and have said that my book is a fabrication, and literally has called it out and have said that I've lied about several things. And I just wanted to be completely honest with you and the people that are watching this and the people that will see this that follow her. My book is the complete truth. And I will not be gaslighted by someone who thinks otherwise. I lived my childhood. I lived those experiences.
Good for Amy. Finally, she is speaking up and speaking up for herself. I remember the first time that Without a Crystal Ball and Amy had a falling out. Amy did not want to say anything negative against Without a Crystal Ball publicly. I reached out to her for a comment at that time. She did respond to me, and I will leave that video linked in the description box. And also, at that same time, Without a Crystal Ball was even going after Deanna, Amy's mom. And Without a Crystal Ball was talking so much shit, accusing Deanna of being part of her mom's death. Now, bear in mind, Without a Crystal Ball was going to war for these two. I'm talking about Amy and Deanna. She would defend them, protect them. Even she would go on a platform against Jim Bob Duggar in defense of Amy and Deanna. But once cracks started forming in the relationship, Without a Crystal Ball saw the relationship was going south. She went straight for the jugular. And in true Without a Crystal Ball fashion, like I said before, she looked up all their financial records. Amy, Dylan, Deanna, leaned on her own understanding and blasted it on her large YouTube platform. And when Without a Crystal Ball started attacking Deanna, Amy's mom, that broke my heart, because when I spoke to Amy, Amy told me that Without a Crystal Ball was contacting her mom to get hold of her. And Amy's mom kept telling her how Without a Crystal Ball is pestering her, not verbatim, for Amy to contact her. So Deanna got Amy to contact Without a Crystal Ball, and for Without a Crystal Ball in turn to accuse Deanna of being part of her mom's death. That was fucked up. And Amy can attest to this. I actually messaged her when all this was going down, and I told her how sorry I was that Without a Crystal Ball was doing this to them. You guys heard the clip at the beginning of this video from Without a Crystal Ball's own mouth, coming to their defense, how they are not fully part of the Duggar family and that they are a separated family. Without a Crystal Ball is absolutely ruthless when you no longer want to do things for her or do things her way, and she feels that you have turned your back on her. Just beware. Does this surprise me that she took a jab at Amy? Absolutely not, because this is a pattern of Without a Crystal Ball. I am absolutely so proud that Amy finally built up the courage to stand up and speak out against her. Without a Crystal Ball did the same thing to her other BFF, Lindsay Chrisley, after Lindsay denounced her Without a Crystal Ball leaked her DMs, and now that Lindsay is speaking out, it must be paining her not to be able to speak about it and give her 2 cents, because if she does, she will get dragged right back to court by Todd Chrisley for breach of contract. Since I'm sure you guys know, Todd Chrisley sued her and they settled, and the agreement or the statement that they gave after the settlement was that they not speak about each other's families. But when Todd Chrisley did go to prison, she was on it. She was posting through the yin yang about Todd, thinking she's invincible. Once Todd came out of prison, she has shut him out and never spoken his name. So, you guys, that's all I have for now. Once again, congratulations to Amy and her entire family. I wish them nothing but the best. But this is who Without a Crystal Ball is. I can go on and on and on and tell you how she's done this to so many people and give you more examples, but that will make this video way too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful upcoming week. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another, and don't forget to make good memories. Bye, guys.